Edo Governorship Tribunal updates. Now, the latest update now is that APC Edo State, they are willing to give 10 million to anybody that is ready to testify from on Monday. Because the APC and Modokwe, they open their defense on Monday as INEC fed them. Since people they hear that say anybody when they go Abuja go testify, they are giving the person 10 million. 10 million. And their target is to present at least 20 witnesses. That's about 200 million. So in case they use smart later, say go testify, you're on your own. Maybe your leader got chop your 10 million and it will sweet. APC, they don't see witness. Now they want buy witness carry go Abuja on Monday. Shine your eyes. Now prison. Now they go.
Hello my wonderful people, you're welcome back. Still on this Edo State Tribunal matter, things are really getting out of hand, really getting out of hand. Una don't hear them now. Say for Edo State right now, APC they run around, they look for people where we say they go give 10 million naira, make they come testify for them on Monday. All the people where they talk say they get for mind before we say they want testify for them, they say all of them don't they run. No, as in, you know, say INEC on their own part before now they say they get 5 witnesses. All of a sudden they come back again, they say no be 5 again, say na 3 9 then get. Then before that on Thursday where they come scatter table, say they no get at all. Then say wetin happen be say the witnesses, people wey won't stand before for INEC, all of them don't jackba. Say some of them, even the professor, he travel saying go for sick leave. Can you imagine that? You know, when INEC said that they are giving up, they want to close the case, everybody was surprised. Why will INEC all of a sudden be silent? Why would they just decide that they don't want to bring any witness? They decide to close the case. And now it is done on everybody that the commission's silence appears to be a calculated effort to avoid the legal risk associated with perjury. A risk made all too real by recent events. We know the recent events where a whole professor then sentenced him to prison. Professor Ignatius Uduak was sentenced to prison because of false witness when he come here. This is a very recent event. It happened just February 5th year, 2025. This year, just a day before INEC opened his defense. Professor Ignatius Uduak, a former INEC returning officer, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for falsifying election results and perjury. So because of this, many people don't want to come out and testify. Then back to Edo State, with the year say the professor wey the returning officer for Edo State, I be say the recent development, they talk say the guy don't jackpot, say the guy saying travel, you go for sick leave. Everybody wey be say APC and INEC depend on, all of them they jackpot. This Uduak conviction underscores a severe consequence of giving false testimonies, particularly under section 118 of the Criminal Code, Cap 38, Law of Akwa Ibom State 2000. The law prescribes up to 14 years imprisonment for providing false testimony in judicial proceedings. So with this one alone, you go say and say no escape route for APC. So guys, I'm going to drop the video, make una watch am, see the way they take sentence professor to 3 years imprisonment because of saying can't give false witness in favor of INEC. And the way it be so, I'm not sure say anybody for Edo State won't take that risk. So guys, I'm going to drop the video for you guys to watch. And please, after watching, I would like you to drop your comment with us in the comment section. Also subscribe, like, and share our videos. Thank you and bye.
Relates to 2019 general elections and not 2023. And it was one of the cases initiated by the former INEC Commissioner in Akwa Ibom State, Honorable Mike Ikini, with the support of his chairman against those that committed infractions against the system. And this judgment delivered this morning is very incisive, detailed, and we commend the courage of the judge at least for taking it this far. It has taken us 5 years to prosecute Professor Ignatius Uduak for the offenses he committed against the state. And the judgment is going to serve as deterrence to others that may be engaged tomorrow by INEC to help ensure credibility of the electoral process, but who turn around to sabotage it for selfish and worldly reasons. You've seen the entirety of the judgment. He was convicted for publishing false election results and also for perjury. And what happened in this case was a very sad thing. And his conduct particularly is a disservice to the cause of democracy in our country. And if I may say, it's a reproachable breach of trust against INEC, who paid him for this job, but he ended up sabotaging. You had it all from the judgment today. On the 10th of March 2019, Yadelia submitted a handwritten note detailing the incidents at the election, how himself was chased away from the collation center, and that he was forced to announce a result. But less than 24 hours later, he generated another result. He came up with the official final result, now declaring a winner for the election. He returned a winner for an election that there was no collation in any of the levels. There was no collation from the polling units, there was no collation from the ward levels, there was no collation at the local government level before it got to him as returning officer. But yet the professor made a return for that election and had the audacity to appear before the election tribunal to validate that same false election result. He was invited by INEC to come forward to justify his declaration. He only threatened to take INEC to court. Then INEC now filed this charge against him and he escaped. As it stands today, there were 2 bench warrants issued by this court against him before we could procure him. First was before his arraignment itself. There was the bench warrant. In the course of the trial, he refused to attend for several occasions and procured a forged medical report from Lagos University saying that he was sick. It took the efforts of the Commissioner of Police in Lagos State to verify the authenticity of that medical report, and it turned out from the police report that he was never anywhere near Lagos on those days he claimed, and that the doctor he claimed issued in the medical report never existed in the payroll of the university teaching hospital. So we have been through a lot. So from what you had the judge said today, if you had maintained Exhibit A, INEC would have taken him as an honorable man for stating the truth. It's a very sad note, and this particular judgment should act as a springboard for future elections and as a warning to other lecturers in our every-tours who may be engaged tomorrow, that if they ever falsify, manipulate the system, a day of reckoning will come, as it has come today for Professor Ignatius Oduk.
Yes. Investigation of this nature is federal government is involved, so you need to do your best to establish your case before the court, which is what we have done. You can do your own part, but you're not the one to determine how the judge is going to look at it. Today, the judge have looked at it, even where he favored us. He said he favored us. Where it was not favoring us, he said so. He proceeded with the judgment, which I'm not against. The prosecution were very clever and smart while preparing the charge. The law, they relied on the same law that created the offense for announcement and publication. They choose to make announcement count 1 and push publication count 2. Now, while the judge was looking at the matter as we have finished, he looked at the totality of evidence in court, and the judge found out that even the document produced by the prosecution exonerated the defendant. The document they produced, where it was stated that he was compelled to announce. So that compelling him to announce by law, he cannot be held liable because he didn't do it intentionally. That's what the judge said. And that affects only count 1. And that was why he was exonerated in count 1. Now, coming to count 2, which is now publication, the judge was now asking the question, can it be said that compelling him to announce also pushed him to go and publish it? So the judge said no. As at the point of going to publish it, that is sending the record to INEC, he's no longer being compelled. That was why he said count 2 remains, that he's found guilty in count 2. Then coming to count 3, which is perjury, on our own part, we maintain our ground that what we say to tribunal was the truth. We came to the court, we repeated that's the truth as we know. But from the understanding of the judge, that truth is falsehood. So we are not going to challenge the court on that until we see the judgment and look at the things that the judge looked at before coming to that conclusion. If it's what proceeding from here to an appeal, that's my work. I proceed. If I look at it, it doesn't worth it. It's just one of the cases we keep the file and continue.